Welcome everyone to our Lean channel. This is Mark. Today, we will continue discussing element 8.1 of the ISO 9001 standard. Before we proceed, please click the subscribe button to help us promote our Lean project. Thank you. In the previous two videos, we established relationships between element 8.1 and referenced elements 4.4 and 6. If you missed those clips, check the links in the description to catch up. Now, let's move on and explore the rest of the clause. Remember that element 8.1 focuses not on the system level but actual operations. Digging deeper, we will find that this clause contains many requirements similar to other elements. So, let's eliminate duplications to clear the picture. We will skip the first requirement, determining the requirements for the products and services, as it is spelled out in the following 8.2 subclauses. The following requirement, B, establishing criteria for the processes and the acceptance of products and services, will stay. We need to discuss it. Requirement C, determining resources, is also a goner, as we discussed our resources in clause 7.1 resources. Element D, implementing control of the processes in accordance with the criteria, will also stay. Documented information. Well, I do not see any difference between this requirement and element 7.5, documented information. So, let's consider this requirement covered. The requirement to define the output of this planning, to be suitable for the organization's operations, is obvious, but let's leave it. The organization shall control plan changes and review the consequences of unintended changes, taking action to mitigate any adverse effects as necessary. This requirement was addressed in element 6, risks and opportunities, so we will consider it done. The last requirement states that the organization shall control outsourced processes, see 8.4. We will discuss this topic in the following videos. Now, let's summarize the unique topics we must address in clause 8.1. Let's start with the process criteria and the acceptance of products and services. There are many stages where we define these requirements: customer requirements, design output, purchase orders, and others. At this stage, we will talk about the requirements for product realization. Depending on the business type and size, typically, companies document product and service requirements and acceptance criteria in the work orders, travelers, job packets, or any other documents guiding and evidencing the product realization process. For example, a work order may include operations for filling a Kanban cart, delivery of parts to assembly, installation of components, and verification of particular steps with identification of personnel completing the operation. The following requirement, D, asks us to implement control of the processes by the criteria. As discussed above, we can also address this requirement in our process documentation. The last requirement in the clause states that the output of this planning shall be suitable for the organization's operations. I am about to tell the standard to stop telling us obvious stuff, as no business would document processes in a way not suitable for their operations. Let's summarize our discussion today. Filter out duplicate requirements from the clause. Establish clear criteria for the processes and the acceptance. Use appropriate documentation to define the processes and to evidence compliance with the requirements. This is all for today, folks. In the following video, we will move to the next element, 8.2, requirements for products and services. As always, feel free to check our free downloads. Go to the Academy page on our website and see how our templates can help simplify your management system. Thank you for subscribing, sharing, your likes, and comments. Your support helps us promote our Lean QMS project. To learn more about Lean ISO management systems, check out my book, The Lean Revolution. Thanks for joining me today, and stay tuned for the following videos. I hope to see you then.